Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kalvin's Garage. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day so far. We are about to get started on this RB25 build, man, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm really pumped. However, we have a couple little not even housekeeping. I just have a couple updates for you guys. Alright, this is a little sketchy. But, alright, so obviously you guys know we have a couple things going on at the, well, I guess on the channel, first of all. Let's start off with the kooky, because I know you guys are probably wondering what's going on with that thing, and if you guys have not been keeping up to date with the update videos, I'll have the one that was most recent up in the top right-hand corner for you guys to go ahead and check out. But, that car is currently at my buddy's fabrication shop still. That is going to be there. It's done. His fabrication work is pretty much complete now. I am going there tomorrow to go ahead and just start the button-up process, and, ideally, it'd be nice if I could finish it there and like drive it back home. There's only just a couple little button-up things to be done, and I'm thinking if I just jam it out, if I just grind, I think I should be able to get it done within a few days. Fingers crossed, as long as there's no like hold up. But I think they're always like something. It's a project car, you know. So we'll be firing that thing up here pretty damn soon. So you guys do not want to miss out, man. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell icon or turn notification. Whatever you guys got to do nowadays to get my videos, just please do it. And then we have our friend Z32 in our garage as well. That's getting just a built VG. We're just waiting on a few parts, like fuel system wise, to go ahead and complete this. So then this can be fired up and running pretty damn soon as well. If you guys missed the whole video on talking about us putting the RB25 in our Z32, go ahead and check it out. Huge shout out to CX Racing. You guys are straight up MVPs. As of right now, we have competition clutch on board and wiring specialties. So, like, unbelievable. If you guys have built RBs, please go ahead, please get in touch with me, because I would love to get some. I would love to pick your brain. As much as you guys think I know everything about RBs, I learned everything about these motors on my own just by tinkering with them. No one taught me anything. Like, obviously you guys know RBs are not very popular here in the States. So yeah, I'm learning as I go. I know obviously like basic stuff, but as far as like what parts are best, what head gasket should I use, just that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? However, as you guys can see, maybe you guys can or can't tell, but I went ahead and cleaned up my garage a little bit. No updates on shops right now, guys. There's a couple that have came up, but none that are in like the right direction. We want to go up and better in a nicer location, and we don't want to downgrade. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I went ahead and I loosened the crank pulley bolt. I don't have an impact, nor is there a flywheel on here. So basically what I did to kind of lodge the crank from rotating is I just stuck like a bolt in the actual hole for the flywheel down there, and basically just ran it through the engine stand, so it just kind of acted like a little bit of a wedge. And got a nice little long breaker bar. I tossed my jack handle on it as an extension to get some more leverage, and just popped off really nice and easy. So we went ahead and got this thing to top dead center, and top dead center on RBs, guys. If obviously you're in front of the motor, it's going to be the mark all the way to the left. It is kind of tinted orange, so you guys can tell, but you're gonna line it up with that mark on your timing cover. So, when I first got this, when this first was on the channel, a lot of you guys were saying that it was a Neo, or at least the head was from a Neo, because of the cam angle sensor. I think we proved that wrong, because I believe something code-wise, I forgot what it was, but I think it said something about if it's got this stamp on it or something on it, it's not a Neo head. I don't know if this is a Neo cast or what's going on here, but I know some of you guys were curious about that, so I'm a little bit curious as well. If you guys have any knowledge, feel free to share. Alright guys, so we're going to start off right here. This looks like some sort of like head drain. However, we're going to add another head drain at the back of the head for adequate draining there. It's a definite must on, I guess any RB, it's definitely something you definitely want to consider. This just pops off down here, just unscrews from there. There you go, first part off. We're almost there. We're almost done. Next up, power steering. All right. Well, all right. All right. Whoa, whoa, almost lost her. Don't lose your pump. So our cam angle sensor, just 3 bolts, 10 mil. This essentially is kind of what adjusts your timing. So, oh, it's a little bit in there, but you know, you spin that and that's how you get your base timing done. Oh, okay. There she is. A little corrosion there. Now this is a totally different, that's weird, man. This is a totally different looking, even like, ordeal here than my cam angle sensor, man. I'm really curious to see what's going on here. You know? I'm really curious. Alright, next thing, we're gonna go ahead and take the upper timing cover off. Alright, we are gonna take the water pump pulley off first, I guess. See, we're learning, we're learning. Whoa, hey now, hey now, hey there. This sucker here. Ah, yes, and then look at that. Look at that. A little crusty on our old. Alright, so like I told you guys, I went ahead and already loosened this myself. So, I told you guys how I did it. If you got an impact, perfect, but I do not. Oh, you need that. It's a 27 mil socket, by the way. So now these are usually kind of a hit or miss. I did make my own puller, so you guys can go ahead and actually go and rent one from AutoZone. I don't recommend. I mean, they can work. The one that I had just did not work. This is what I made. It's essentially just 2 pieces of 1/8" steel welded together to create some strength. Welded a nut in the center. And then we have our bolt going through it to act as like, this is how it pushes itself out. You know, as this pushes in, it pushes the plate out, which technically draws, you know, it makes sense, right? Like, alright, so I guess when I made this, because I use this for my 300, the VG, I guess these holes are a little bit wider apart. I don't have my file here with me, so. Yes. Woo! Woohoo! I don't know if you guys can see, but all that rubber in there, it's all cracked. I don't know what that means, but I don't know if I should I be getting like a fluid, like harmonic balancer? Let me know. I don't really know how much I'm supposed to go all crazy with this, but you know. All right, next thing, we're gonna take off the cam angle sensor bracket. We got 3 12 mils. No. No. Oh yeah, there's might take a little persuasion here. What the hell? Ow! Alright, next up, lower timing cover. Got some Filipes. Okay. Alright. They're on there. Philip does not want to come off. Come on, Phil. Oh! Seems like our tensioner is a little bit, I don't know, it just doesn't seem too gnarly tight there, eh? I don't know, I think there should be more tension on these, eh? Wow, I literally don't even need to do this. Belt will just pop right off. Okay then. Gonna remove the dust shield here. Dust shield out. I don't think you should be able to technically have this much slack on this belt. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Okay. Wow, man. Who needs a tensioner, dude? Who needs a tensioner? Alright, let's go in the trash. Now I have to give myself a quick plug. I'm actually bringing back the old school KG stickers. So if you guys want to go ahead and grab one, I'm going to show a picture on the screen right now. The oil slick is basically this chrome rainbow effect it has to it. Looks super, super good. I'm going to have a limited run of 100 more. So if you guys want to go and grab one, they're pre-order right now. They should be here fairly soon. and just it would really help the build out. It would help me get parts a whole lot quicker. The website is calvinsgarage.bigcartel.com, and there you guys can go ahead. You know, international shipping is free. It is it's would really mean the world to me, and you know, help support the build. Let's get some parts done, and yeah, appreciate it. You know, I'm just thinking to myself, I don't think I ever drained the oil in here, the oil, you know? Let's do that. Look at that. Alright, well, I'm actually looking at the oil. Ah! Ow! Alright guys, I'm going to focus on removing the head now. Start off with the valve covers. Just got some more Felipes. These should be nice and quick. Screws are out. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these cam gear bolts first. Got some 7 mils here. Okay. Righteous. This might be a little optimistic here. What you got? Alright, so we got a 19 here. Let's see if this thing will rip it out. Negative. Alright, plan B. Well, or like C or, you know, D. Yeah, right here. I'm going to grab this with a wrench. And hopefully we should be able to hold it, you know? I just don't know if I have a big enough wrench. I think it's a 26 mil, and I don't think I have a 26 mil, so rip. Yes! Leverage, bro. Leverage. Ooh, oh! Here's the rust I was telling you guys about. It's weird, right? It's almost on every, I think it's on every one. Huh. Take off this back plate here. Got some 10 mils. Whoa, we have a shell. We got some pasta. Guys, we got some pasta. Fire up the stove. Fire up the stove. We got a shell. Fire it up. So after my my pasta meal, I'm back. I really wasn't filling enough. I find that baffling. It's pretty cool. Nissan gives you, like, in their cams, at least in their stock cams, they have like these little like notches. You see that all along? And that basically allows you to get in there to get your head stud bolt out. So they give you room. You don't have to take the cams out. So that makes our life a little bit easier. Alright guys, so I'm going to use, I don't have a metric, I only have a standard bit here. This is a 3/8. So essentially you need a 10mm Allen key for the head studs, or you guys can use a T55 Torx bit. Each will work. This side isn't as rusty, but they still are rusty. Granted though, we have a whole new head, like a whole fresh new head straight from the machine shop. I've had it for like 2 years. It has a slight port job on it, and should be pretty good. So no need to kind of mess with this. However, we're still gonna make sure we don't, you know, obviously ruin this one by any means. You don't want to rip them out, you know, right off the bat. Just a little bit, you know, quarter turn at a time, you know, and nice and gradual, because that's how you warp your head right there. Alright, so once you guys get those bolts out, there's going to be a few 10mm bolts holding the head on as well. One up front here, and then you got, I'm pretty sure there's 2 back here, yep, in the back corners. Okay, there she goes. Alright. It looks pretty clean. I mean, there's some scoring. I don't know what that is up here. I don't really even know what I'm looking at. I mean, obviously I know what I'm looking at, but there's the cylinder walls, a little scored. I'm thinking nothing a quick hone or whatever couldn't fix, you know? Like, yeah, I mean, shit. I don't know, bro. Looks good, I think. Let's check out the underside of this head. Let's flip this thing over. Valves all look pretty good, I think. Like I said, guys, our new head is actually, hang on, let me see if I can give you guys a little sneak peek. A little sneak peek. This is all full of RB25 parts. This is the kooky bin. Have another bin of 25 parts. And look at this. Look at this gem here. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Ooh! Oh, Lord. Oh, lordy, Lord. We have a freshie. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip this puppy upside down. Hopefully it doesn't leak a bunch of stuff. I don't know if there's coolant in it. There's probably coolant in it. We're good so far. Ah! Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna rip out all these oil pan bolts. It looks like we got a little bit of scrapage right there. Regardless, we're not even going to be using this oil pan for the Z32 swap kit. It actually comes with a new oil pan that's baffled, and the sump is actually located back here, or something like that. It's somewhere further back because the cross member or something like that, the Z, it won't allow it to fit properly, so it's going to be baffled. Yes. Bunch of 10 mils, so just go ahead and rip those puppies out. Gotta maneuver that oil pickup. What is all that? Oh boy. Okay, so first off, we got some goodness on our oil pickup there. Yep. Some vegetation or something. But coming in here, there's a bunch of crap in there. Like, look at all that in that bottom corner. I'm gonna see if I can scoop anything out of my hand and see like what it feels like. Because, oh wow, what, oh. Dude, there's like some cream in here. There's like some whipped cream, it looks like. I can't even get to it. Just in there. Dropped the connecting rod a bit down and then we were able to, oh. Well, hang on a second. Aren't these supposed to be in here? Right? Or am I... Or does it not matter? What do you guys think? Alright, next thing we're going to go ahead and take off is our water pump. Just got some 12 mil bolts here. Alright, we gotta take our idler off here first. 17 mil bolt here. Kinda tight. Oh! And then we have our tensioner here, 14 mil bolt. It's probably pretty tight. Yeah. We got two 14 mils down here. Okay. They definitely sealed her up, you know? Or, wow. Oh. I got a good feeling now. Whoa! Alright, I'm gonna flip this thing over and we're gonna go ahead and completely tear down the block. Two 12 mil bolts holding the oil pickup tube on. Alright, so next up we're going to remove the crank girdle. We got a bunch of 17 mil bolts. Again, I'm going to start from the outside, work my way in. I'm obviously going to use the crank to drive the piston down. to his lowest point. And then we're just gonna, they do make tools, I'm sure they do. But we don't have those tools. To take the bottom of a screwdriver, you don't want to use anything sharp. And there goes our piston. Piston number 2. So now we just have to remove our oil pump, which is held in by a few 10mm bolts. Remove our bolt. And we have to remove this timing gear. Oh man, alright, so we started today with a fully completely assembled RB25, and we're still, the day's only like, it's only like 5 o'clock. We are ending with a completely disassembled RB25. So, the whole head assembly is right here, freaking awesome. Essentially, it's kind of pointless to us, well, we're going to hold on to it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we have a new one, a better one. So we'll go ahead and toss that on instead. We do need cams. Obviously got our covers. Also, let me know what you guys are thinking for a color scheme here. Should we stick with the traditional red we have in the 240? I mean, make them matching. That'd be pretty nice. Who doesn't love a nice red shiny valve cover? But well, let me know what other colors you guys are. It's kind of unfortunate that this piece is plastic. On the RB20, it's metal. So it bums me out. I kind of want to take this plate out. I would love if we could shave this or just make a whole new plate that's just completely flat and doesn't even have a dip in it. That would be ideal. Same with the covers. The bottom one will keep black. We'll get it powder coated in black. Get it nice and new look. And this one will get painted. So I mean, even just watching this, guys, hopefully this gave you a little more confidence in your own abilities to just go out there and start taking stuff apart and not being too sketched out. There's really not too much that is involved. Got a rear main seal right here, cam angle sensor, the bracket, power steering pump, the tensioner, the idler, oil pickup. This is like the front head drain, alternator bracket, water pump pulley, the crank gear comes off, the girdle, the pistons, the crank, the head gate. Well, that's junk, but ow. And everything's very sharp, by the way. Everything's like, the crank is very sharp. It's all machine metal is very sharp, so be careful. So, like I'm saying, nothing a quick little, like one of those honing things can fix. Clean them up real nice. Get the block painted black. And then we're probably gonna, on the crank here, got a little bit of scoring. Nothing major, I don't think. Might have to just, give her a quick polish or something like that. I've got all my tag bags here for everything. That's really important, guys, especially when it goes to reassemble everything. Having everything bagged and tagged is like a game changer. Man, oh man. I mean, this is probably a super long shot, but I mean, if anyone wants these standard pistons, I guess hit me up. They're all in really nice shape. I wasn't able to find anything wrong with any of them. So yeah, like I said, long shot, but I guess let me know. And same for this head. I guess everything has a price. I guess let me know if you're interested. It's a Series 2 head. Series 2. And I mean, if anyone needs an oil pan, let me know. So a lot of you guys were saying that for transmission, because we spoke about this in the last video, but I came across my mind as well, and shout out to any of you guys who mentioned this, because I can run a 300Z tranny. I just need to, because they're actually quite cheap, and I actually can get one locally for like $400, but I need an RB25 bell housing, which I don't personally have. I feel like they're not like the most common things in the world, especially here in New York, you know what I mean, like where I'm located. So I know there's one on Raw Brokerage, but they want like $450 just for the bell housing. So I don't know, I'm gonna try and avoid that because that's not ideally cheap. If any of you guys have one laying around that maybe you guys don't need or willing to part with, please let me know. Because then it'll make it a whole lot less of a gnarly, expensive setup for transmission, and it'll still be good. You know, they can hold some good power. I also need, if any of you guys have engine mounts, like the mount brackets that actually bolt onto the block, I need those, so let me know. Alright, man, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I personally did, and again, like I said, hopefully that kind of motivated you and encouraged you to just know that it's not too gnarly to take apart stuff, and, you know, putting them back together isn't too scary as well. Just as long as you just have to kind of get started, you know, like start somewhere. It's, you know, don't dive in and start ripping apart your motor. I guess if you have one spare laying around that you can mess with, yes, but obviously if it's in your daily, don't do that. I don't recommend that. But obviously for us, we have this motor here. It's not, you know, no car needs it to run. Both of these run perfectly fine as they are right now. But this is it. This is the start of an awesome journey. It's a good thing we started now, and you guys have to be a little bit patient with me with this one because it's going to take some time to get parts. Like by the time I order them, by the time they get here, some parts take like a few weeks to like order and get made and stuff like that. So yes, but swap kit should be here within 3 weeks or so. Once that's here, we can, I guess hopefully by then the motor is hopefully done. Then that would be ideal. That way we can start ripping out the VG, the NA VG. And by the way, for all the VG fans out there, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm even thinking about maybe building it. Like, just when the time is right, I'm going to set it to the side and maybe build it. And then eventually, who knows, it might find its way back into the 300, unless the RB25 is just so good that I just don't even want to, you know. But I think it will be. But again, you know, that's another project to talk about later. Well, I know this was like a super long video, so if you guys are still here, I mean, huge shout out goes to you guys for sure, because hopefully it wasn't too dry for you. I just wanted to get the whole disassembly and done in one video, but I wanted to be thorough enough to where, like, if you guys wanted to do it yourself, you saw every single thing I did. What's next? I don't know, because now it's time to do some research. We got to drop the block off, and it's not like I have all these parts to just put this thing back together already. I just wanted to get started so we can move on and get to the next step. In the meantime, we have the other 300 build. We have the RB30 Kooky, and obviously we have our beautiful gal right here, which is just great. You know, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. So thanks again, guys. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Subscribe if you guys have not done so already. Hit that notification, whatever you gotta do. Toss a comment, say you're still here, say what's up. I'll see you guys later. Peace.